Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. We are starting things off today next to the gatehouse that we built last time, and I really love how this thing turned out. So what we're going to do today is stay in this area because I have a few things marked out and I want to get on and get some more buildings up and make some more progress in this village. So let's have a quick recap of what I marked out last time. So over here, we're going to have the stables, because that makes sense, obviously, next to the gatehouse. And then over here, this section here is the gate to what is going to be the warehouse. And next to it, just here, this is where the automated honey farms are going to go. So this, obviously, where it's produced, and then it'll be stored in here. And then over here, I haven't decided on this yet. I have a few ideas. A couple I'm thinking of is it can be like an old way of how this village used to produce the honey, so maybe a more like a rural way of doing it, and then I've got like a more factory modern way up there. The other idea I had was to have this as a bee breeder, and then they can be moved across into the factory. So I'm sure I'll figure that out as we go though. So there's a lot to do, as you can see, because these are two pretty huge buildings. So I think I'm going to just mark out the basic design for this, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got that done, and yes, it is just two cobblestone boxes with a load of oak wood thrown in, but this is just the foundation. It is going to be much more epic than this, so bear with me. But for now, what I wanted to do was just get these farms in here. So I may be using the honey blocks as for decoration, because that would make a lot of sense. But I don't have a lot of it at the moment, so I want to get the farms running, get all the bees in, and then after I've done that, we can get on with the design for both of these buildings and hopefully come up with something else for that one over there. Right, I think it's about time to do a little bit of redstone. So let's just get this laid out and I'll explain how this works. So we're going to need something like this, and what's going to happen is we have a bee nest sat here. I'm not going to put it there because the bees will escape and they'll vanish looking for flowers, so let's leave that there for now. But just imagine this cobblestone block is a bee's nest, and then directly above that I'm going to have a dispenser pointing down, and that's going to be full of glass bottles. So what we want to do is check how much honey is in this bee's nest. So if we put a comparator here behind this block, this can read what's in there. So what we want is a signal strength of 5. So if we put this here and mark out 5 blocks, so we put this here, and then we also need a slab. So let's just make a couple of slabs really quick. And if we put this, we're going here and here. This, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what will happen when this is full and the signal strength is 5? This last piece of redstone will power this block and activate this dispenser. So if this is full of glass bottles, and it's important it's full, because if it's not, it'll grab the honey and then it'll end up back in here. So if it's full, it'll fill up the glass bottle with honey, and then below we're going to have a line of hoppers going all the way down to the end. So we're going to have 3 sections of 5, and then at the end there's going to be an item elevator in this section here somewhere, because I'm just going to have a walkway down this side. So from here, this will all be closed off. I'll have some way of accessing down here, probably just a door, and then there'll be an item elevator going to the 2nd floor where I'll do all the crafting of the honey blocks and the honeycomb and that kind of thing, and then that'll be transported across into the warehouse. So it's nice and simple, but there's just a few to build, so I'll get on that now and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's all of that redstone done. It's all nice and simple. I've just copied the first one all the way down, all exactly the same. It's just 3 groups of 5, So what I can do there is have these pillars going up here, so just so it sections it off and there's just not one huge thing. And apparently this does actually affect the efficiency. If you have them in smaller groups, it's better than just having one row. So I don't fully understand why, but Ilmango said so. That's good enough for me. Right. So the next thing I need to do is get the bees nests in, flowers on these blocks here, and then cover the rest in glass so they can't get out. But the problem I have now is this is all of the glass I've got. So it's about 6 stacks there, which is obviously enough to cover this, but it's nowhere near enough to fill up all of these dispensers with glass balls. So I think what I'm going to have to do now is do a bit of resource gathering and get some sand smelted. So I will get on with that right now. Okay, so let's hop onto Zeus and head over into the mining desert. And while we do that, I just wanted to talk about my progression in this series, because it's a bit strange, I know. I'm normally the guy that has to be straight into the end, straight into the nether, getting elytras and all that good stuff and automating everything. But the problem is, when you play like that, you tend to not do a lot of building. Well, I don't anyway. I tend to live in a cave for far too long and never build anything, not even a storage area. It's all about the progression and automating everything. So I wanted to turn my playstyle completely on its head and just focus on the building, because after all, that is what this game is really about. And I'm having loads of fun doing it. So I think for now, at least, I'm going to carry on. Okay, that's full inventory and a full ender chest. So I think it's time to get back to the village and get this smelted. What are these idiots doing? That's it. Oh, I'm fairly sure I don't have any villagers around here, so hopefully no raid. There we go. Time to get a bucket of milk. Okay, so I'm back over at the village and I've got the sand cooking up at the moment, and obviously it's going to take a while because there's tons of it, and there's definitely not going to be enough to get all of these dispensers full with glass balls. So what I've decided to do is just do 3 stacks in each, just spread out so every slot is filled up. And I've got up to here, no, here done so far, so I've only got 7 of the dispensers done. So the handy thing is, because I've split this into groups of 5, I can just do a group at a time as and when I've got the glass. So I'm going to get these bees nests in, and hopefully these have all got bees in. But what I need to do, so when I put these in, it can just come out. But if I understand it correctly, if I put carpet down here, I don't think the bees can get out. So let's give that a go. That's promising. So it's either I've got that right or there's no bees in there. So let's see what happens. Right, so what I want to do now is put glass across here and here, and then I also need to get flowers where those carpets are without the bees escaping. Right, so that's in, but no bees yet. But I think it can take a minute, so I'm going to keep my eye on this while I get on with the rest of the build. So while I've been waiting for that glass to smelt, you probably noticed I've started with the texture variation of these 2 buildings, and they are slightly different. So in this one, it's just the stone and the andesite, just the same one I used on the Stars house. And then on this building, because I want it to be a bit more high-end, a bit more, dare I say, modern, it's I've got the stone bricks added in here as well, like I did with the blacksmith. And I'm going to continue that idea onto the second floor of both these buildings. So this one is going to be, again, similar to the Stars house with the oak planks and the stripped oak. And then this one is going to be bone blocks. And then the roofs are going to be slightly different as well, just so we can have some distinction between the 2 buildings. And then in this corner here, I think I'm going to have something, I don't know what yet, but there's going to be something here with the brick texture, just to have something a bit different, and then have a line between the 2 buildings to set them apart from each other. So I think what I'm going to do now is jump into a time lapse and get on with the rest of these builds. And there we have it. That is all of those buildings completely done. Well, on the outside anyway. So let's have a quick look through them all and we'll see what we've got going on. So this first one, I abandoned the other ideas I had, and what I've decided to do is have a little greenhouse. I thought, like, the flowers make sense next to where the bees are, and also handy, I can use this as like a makeshift dye farm. I do need to get a sunflower, obviously, got space for it right there, but I thought this was just a cool little use for this space. Then coming into the warehouse, obviously not a lot going on yet. I'll have let this up because the creeper did fall on me at one point, but all good now. So in here, I'm going to have this as a storage for all of the honey. Because at the moment, it is just going into one chest. Then around the back, we've got this monstrosity, which I originally thought it'd be a chimney, but then as I was building it, I thought it didn't really make much sense. So the idea turned into a storage silo for the honey, which obviously is overflowing, and it's all flowing over the top, which actually isn't far from the truth, because this thing is really doing well. Oh my god, it's actually full. So yeah, this has gone quite well. Now, I built everything up, obviously, got it all running, and these didn't have any bees in at all. So I had to replace them with a couple of others, and I've been breeding them up. I need to replace all this at the front with glass, but so I've bred them all up, and I don't actually think there's 3 for each one, but as you can see from what this is producing, that's good enough for me. I can live with a full chest like that. So I've got a few more things to do, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that in this episode, because as you can imagine, this did take a while. So I am going to have an item elevator here, because this double chest is not going to cut it. And then it's all going to go up here. The honey bottles will go into a storage area up here, which I only have this scaffolding to get up at the moment. And then from there, I'm going to have something that goes into here once I've crafted everything into honey blocks, and they'll go into the storage in the warehouse. So there's a few more little bits of detailing to do. I still need to do the interiors in here, so you can't see all the hoppers, and this is be a bit more enclosed. And obviously I need to do something in here. There'll be obviously the storage area, but it's not going to take up the whole thing. So there's going to be, I'm going to try my hand at building some carts, which I've never done before, so I might have to look up some designs, but that should be quite interesting, because obviously that's what this is for. There's going to be carts coming out of here, making the deliveries over to wherever they're going to go in the distant future. Hopefully not too distant future. So unfortunately, as the sun sets, it is that time again. I've run out of time for this episode. So if you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like and let me know what you think of these buildings. And subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.